The Lord is more anxious to take us back into His kingdom than we can desire. Most of us do not desire at all to go back to God. Only a very few men want to go back to Godhead. But anyone who desires to go back to Godhead, Shri Krishna helps in all respects. One cannot enter into the kingdom of God unless one is perfectly clear of all sins. The material sins are products of our desires to lord it over material nature. It is very difficult to get rid of such desires. Women and wealth are very difficult problems for the devotee making progress on the path back to Godhead. Many stalwarts in the devotional line fell victim to these allurements and thus retreated from the path of liberation. But when one is helped by the Lord Himself, the whole process becomes as easy as anything by the divine grace of the Lord. To become restless in the contact of women and wealth is not an astonishment, because every living being is associated with such things from remote time, practically immemorial, and it takes time to recover from this foreign nature. But if one is engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, gradually he realizes his real position. By the grace of God, such a devotee gets sufficient strength to defend himself from the state of disturbances, and gradually all disturbing elements are eliminated from his mind. Wonderful. So now, Hare Krishna, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Kratu Maharaj with us. We'd like to welcome Maharaj to the chanting Hare Krishna Mantra. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. A short introduction of Maharaj. Maharaj was born in July 5th, 1944 into an aristocratic Gujarati Gaudiya Vaishnava family and is a distinguished spiritual leader within the ISKCON. His father was a devout Vaishnava and his mother consistently chanted 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, fostering a spiritual enriched environment during his upbringing. Pursuing his higher education, Kratu Maharaj earned a bachelor's degree in engineering from MS University in Baroda and later obtained master's degree in engineering from St. Louis University, Missouri. His initial encounter with ISKCON occurred in 1970 in St. Louis, leading to his full-time involvement in the movement by 1974 in Toronto. In 1976, he met his spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, from whom he received direct instructions to preach Krishna consciousness. It was formally initiated by Srila Prabhupada in 1977 in Toronto, Canada. Throughout his spiritual journey, Kratu Maharaj has held various significant positions within ISKCON. He served as a congregational preacher in Toronto and Chicago, conducting numerous house programs and temple festivals. In 1987, he became the temple president of ISKCON Bangalore. By 1993, he returned to Baroda, Gujarat, where he engaged in college and school preaching, initiated a book distribution program using a bullock cart to reach every town and village. In 1997, he assumed the role of temple president of ISKCON Delhi, continuing his dedication to house and pandal preaching programs. In 2002, Kratu Maharaj became an initiatic spiritual master and has since been vigorously traveling and preaching worldwide. His outreach extends to India, Dubai, America, Canada, and various other regions, where he has inspired numerous individuals on their spiritual path. He is also in charge of the Srila Prabhupada Samadhi Mandir in Vrindavan. Maharaj is also the author of the book Sadhu Sangha, a compilation of spiritual evidence and personal experiences that emphasize the importance of associating with Vaishnavas and devotees. Following the footsteps of previous acharyas, the six Goswamis, and Srila Prabhupada, he vigorously preaches the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. His life is a testament to unwavering devotion and service within ISKCON. His relentless effort in preaching, leadership, and authorship have significantly contributed to the global spread of Krishna consciousness inspiring countless individuals to embark on their spiritual journey. And today we are very fortunate to have Maharaj with us. Let us once again enthusiastically chant Hare Krishna Mantra, welcoming Maharaj to ICT. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare again. Namo Vishnu 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 Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Pracharine Nirvisheshwari Pachata Srodam Swagatam Krishna Panyasam Kirtan Sudekta Tui Abhadana Bhagavati Satam. Wonderful. You will know the verse. That's wonderful. Srodam Swagatam Krishna Panyasam Kirtana Hrudayantas Devadharani. We do know these words. So we have to constantly hear about transcendental glories of Sri Krishna. Srodam Swagatam Krishna. So for that recommendation is that you must have small little cassette player at home and let it go forever. With Sri Prabhupada's lectures 2000 and whatever you like, whatever devotee you like in ISKCON, you can hear. That's it all begins from hearing. You have to hear, maximize hearing. I always recommend that while driving, while bathing, while eating, while preparing prasad, while doing utensils, while dressing up, some time we can do both activities together, hearing activity. So that is a waste of time. We don't hear while eating, while preparing prasad, while respecting prasad, driving, bathing, so many at work. Just put the earphone if you are allowed at work to hear. Srimadam Sakatam Krishna. Nobody is more luckier than you if it is allowed at work to hear about Krishna. 8 straight hours, 38 hours, you make tremendous progress. Who is allowed at work or at home to hear about 8 hours? Who is allowed? Well, first, that's it. Professor Radhika, she here set up office and rates and chants. And wonderful. So you wasted your 8 hours if you don't offer those 8 hours to Krishna. Maximize hearing, especially Srila Prabhupada. You all know English. So Srimadam Sakatam Krishna. And the Katha must be about Krishna. No demigods, no other talks, newspaper talks, and human being talks, and Swakatam Krishna. So we have to hear this occasion, this time given to us for hearing. But still you can hear, maximize while eating, bathing, driving, going to work, coming back from work. And so who will do this? Who will do this hearing while doing these activities? Srimadam Sakatam Krishna. If you don't do it, you are very unlucky. You have come to Krishna consciousness, but still unlucky because we are wasting our time. Prabhupada says, you don't want to waste your time, then hear. We should hear. Avyartha kalatvam namagani sadaruchi. We have to not waste our time, human form of life. Very valuable. Every moment of human form of life is very, very valuable. And it can be valued by how much you are hearing and chanting about Krishna. That's a measurement. That's a measuring instrument. How much you hear and how much you chant about Krishna. Directly proportionate. That much elevated devotee you are. So think about it. Prabhupada has given us such a valuable institution in which we can do all these spiritual activities very easily. This institution is unparalleled institution. No institution can follow for regular principles, morning, evening class, Bhagavatam class, and nice, beautiful temples such as this. And devotees can come together, exchange their views about bhakti, and do bhakti in association. Nice prasadam, nice books, nice regular principles, illicit sex, gambling, meat eating, intoxication. No to these things.
Such a nice, beautiful institution, single-handedly established. Thanks, Krishna, to send us Prabhupada. Sunatam Sukatam Krishna. He translated Bhagavatam for hearing, chanting. Punya Sravana Kirtana. This brings us all auspiciousness. Punya Sravana Kirtana. Hridayantosti Abhadrani. There are so many dirty things in the heart. So many dirty things. Especially for honey and money. Longing for honey and money. Stated by Prabhupada in the purport. Longing for honey and money. Once that is gone, your punya sravana kirtana, your punya, hrudayantosti abhadrani, our heart becomes totally cleansed, abhadrani, from all dirty things. Our heart becomes very pure, very pure, just like small young baby in the lap of mother, innocent. A devotee is very innocent. He has a deep knowledge about Krishna. He has no deep knowledge about honey and money. That's why he's just like a child. Just like a child. So memorize these slokas. Prabhupada specially said so many times that this whole chapter must be memorized. This second 1.2 chapter. Who heard this before? Anybody heard? That this second chapter must be, whole chapter must be memorized? No? You did. Wonderful. So, if people are very sharp, intelligent people, personalities, memorize this in 1 year time. Who can memorize? Very easy to memorize. Just like you memorize cinema song, isn't it? It is not written. It is not written. It is not explained. It is not. But you hear over and over and over and over, so that you, it's like any other song. And this is a song about what? Not much, 30 some sloka. So, but this will make your life totally successful if you memorize this chapter. If you can't memorize purport, you'll be excused. But if you memorize purport, many Matajis very sharp, Pitaji also. I'll be spanked, otherwise I'll be kicked out of this temple. Memorize. And memorize the whole sloka book. Prabhupada's sloka book who has seen Prabhupada's sloka book? You have seen very few. So read through that sloka book. And whatever is easy for you, even if it is quarter sloka, or maybe Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma, you can quote that. Chetadarpan Marjanam, you can quote this much. Cleansing the heart by chanting holy name. Chetadarpan Marjanam. Nam Nam Kari Bodha Nija Sarva Sakti. Very short sloka. And whichever is easy for you, memorize those and preach. Prabhupada says if you preach one sloka to 3 people, it becomes yours for the rest of the life. That sloka becomes yours. So preach and teach. That is what we are, preacher and teacher. We have to teach. Sunatam Swagatam Krishna, Punya Sravan Kirtana. Punya Sravan Kirtan. Punya Sravan Kirtan, Sravan about Krishna. What does he do? Hrudayantasto hi abhadrani. Whatever mal, whatever malin, whatever dirty things in our heart can be driven away, can be cleansed. Punya Sravan Kirtana. Hrudayantasto hi abhadrani. Vijnoti Satam. And you become Satam. You become Santa. You become Sadhu. You become Sadhu. ISKCON devotee is best sadhu on the earth planet right now. ISKCON devotee on a good standing means 16 rounds, 4 regular principles, and holy name 16 means pure name. Avoiding 10 offenses, the name becomes pure. If you perform one of the 10 offenses against the holy name, you are not sadhu. You are khadu. Cow. Sit down. So, Sunatam Swakatham Krishna Punya Sravan Kirtan Hrudayantastoya Bhadra Vidunoti Srutsatam. All dirty things from the heart becomes cleansed. So, we must hear about Krishna. You cannot hear enough about Krishna. Maximize hearing about Krishna. Next sloka says, Nasta Prayashu Abhadarishu. Then Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Naistik Bhakti. Your heart will become cleansed and you will be performing Naistik. Naistik means pure. Naistik Brahmachari. Sususho Shadhanal Nasya Vasudeva Katharuchi. Vasudeva Katharuchi. Syan Matsevaya Vipra. Punyatirtha Niveshanat. And with that you have to also serve the pure devotee. Previous sloka. You have to serve pure devotee. Punyatirtha devotee Niveshanat. So, Syat Matsevaya Vipra. Matsevaya. Matseva. Dwaram Ahur Vimukte. Matseva Dwaram Ahur Vimukte. Tamo Dwaram. Tamo Dwaram. Yosita means lady, not lady, Stri. Yositam Sangi Sangam. Those who are very much attached to ladies, not ladies, Stri, anyway, whatever, woman, a womanizer. Yositam Sangi Sangam. So, Syatmat Sevaya Vipra, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Sastra Koi, Lavamat Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. The first book I wrote was about sadhu, because it was in need of an hour. That time, Prabhupada left and I see so much disintegration in the society and behavior, so many things. So it needed sadhu sangha. So I wrote a book. I gave seminar actually in Denver, Colorado. And then one of my disciples, he forced me to write this book, Sadhu Sangha. Mat Seva Dwaram. Mat Seva se Syat mat sevaya vipra punyatirtha niveshana. So we have to hear Susulsho Sradhana Sevasdeva Katharuchi. We have to hear Katha in the association of pure devotees, such as all of you. We have to hear this Katha, association with sadhus, very important. So I'll keep the lecture short, otherwise I'll go on and on and on. Even though I don't have a voice, I become a little carried away. So anybody has any question, comment, Sankara, Samadhan? Anybody? Yes? Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful insights you gave in the class. I would like to, in the purport, Prabhupada speaks about uh, offenseless hearing and glorification of God.
Senseless?
Offenseless.
Offenseless, yes.
Yes. So he not only speaks about offenseless chanting, but there is offenseless hearing.
Yes.
So that means inattention, even while hearing, is also considered an offense.
Yes. So we have to avoid offenses. 4 kind of offenses. Offenses against holy name, offenses against Dham, offenses against deity worship, and offenses against Vaishnavas. So that offenses against Vaishnavas, very important. There are 6 offenses against Vaishnavas. Anti, Nindati, Vaidvesti, Vaishnavana Abhinandati, Grandati, Jayati Naharsam, Darsani Patanani Sat. The offenses against sadhus, devotees. Anti, to beat up a devotee. Anti Nindati, to blaspheme, unnecessary criticize devotee. Anti Nindati Vaidvesti, to become envious of a devotee. Anti Nindati Vaidvesti. Vaishnava.
Na abhinandati. Na abhinandati.
Yes. Anti Nindati Vaidvesti. Vaishnava na abhinandati. And to not greet a Vaishnava. When somebody comes to the temple and you are in the temple, Hare Krishna Prabhu. But if is coming and you put your head against his offense against Vaishnava, just greet him properly first. Anti Niti Vaidvesti Vaishnavana Abhinandati. Abhinandan, Hare Krishna. Jai Radhe. Especially Hare Krishna. जय राधे हमारी संस्था में नहीं चलता है, वृंदावन में चलता है. But Prabhupada used to respond, Jai Radhe with Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vaishnavana Abhinandati. Krandati, krodh karna. Become angry, unnecessarily become angry at Vaishnava. Krandati. Jayate Arsanam. Upon having his audience, you don't become jubilant. You don't become very happy. Vaishnava Abhinandati, Grandati, Jayate, Naharsam, Darsane. Upon having darshan of Vaishnava, you don't become happy. That is offense. Darsane, Patanani Sat. You fall down in a world full of material existence is guaranteed. So we should be avoiding all these offenses. That's what it means. Any other question? Yes.
It's observed that for so many years we hear like a regular Bhagavatam class and we are studying. But as what this verse promises, Vidanoti Suratsatam, Vidanoti means complete cleansing of the heart. But we don't see that effect. So, what is the reason for that?
Because we are not practicing. We must practice Bhagavatam. We just overlook, overheard, overpaid everything. We take it very lightly. Bhagavatam hearing will bring us detachment. Jnanam Chaitukam. How does it go?
Vasudeve Bhagavati.
Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhagavat. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. Janayati Adu Vairagyam Jnanam Chedavikam. Jnanam Cha Yad Ahim. Jnanam Cha Yad
Hetukam.
Ahitukam. So pure bhakti. Vasudeve Bhagavati. Bhagavati Bhakti. We are not serious in rendering transcendental devotional service to Krishna. We are just taking everything very light. We have to become dead serious. I was dead serious in my beginning years. Prabhupada ne kuch kaha, humne kar liya. He spoke in his lecture and we practiced immediately. Didn't put it in a back burner. Just do it. We just do it. So just do it. You heard. Sunatam Swakatam. So let me hear, maximize my hearing. Mad Seva, Syad Mad Sevaya Vipra. Let me serve pure devotees. Just do it. We take it very lightly. Take it very lightly. We are not serious enough. We need pure devotees and many gurus, Vaishnava gurus. Prabhupada wants 10 million gurus. And some of you are guru. And if you are not applied right now, you will become one. To become guru is easy in ISKCON than sannyasi. Very easy. Because we need preachers. Another question? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so for the wonderful insights that you gave in the class. In the purport, Prabhupada writes, we have already discussed developing a taste for hearing and chanting the holy sound. And then Prabhupada writes, it is done through the medium of service to the pure devotee of the Lord. So Maharaj, the question was, what actually happens when we render service? How does this?
It's very subtle. We get so much blessings, subtle blessings from Syat Matsevaya Vipra. Syat Matsevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nivesana. We get so much blessings. I have tried, you try it. Try to serve some elevated devotee. You don't have to go 60 miles away to find a pure devotee. So many pure devotees among yourself. The घर का जोगी जोगड़ा 60 mile का सिद्ध 60 mile. I'm coming from 60 miles from away, 60 miles away, so I'm very big sadhu. And घर का जोगी जोगड़ा. You have so many sadhus here, so render some service to them. Syat mat sevaya vipra. Punyatirtha Niveshana. Let us serve. Service is where everything is at. Bhakti is translated by Prabhupada, not just not just devotion. He says transcendental, loving, pure, unalloyed, devotional service. So many words he added to translate bhakti. So we have to serve a devotee without any expectation, and devotee will give you priceless gift, Krishna consciousness. You have to find elevated devotee than yourself, and don't go 60 miles away. They are within yourselves. So many of you are very nice devotees. Surrender to them. Hear from them. Any other question?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Maharaj, how to develop the sense of urgency?
How to develop sense of urgency?
Yeah, in devotional service, and particularly in hearing and serving Vaishnavas.
Just drop everything and just do it. Yes, I drop everything. I drop jobs, house, family, children. Of course, I have everything that I drop back. I have my wife. I have my wife also. But I drop everything, at least for a while. I said Krishna and Prabhupada, nobody else. Nobody else. I drop everything. So you drop everything, just like a stool. You drop it. You don't say, oh, this is part of my body. I dropped it and finished. So drop everything. If you are very, very serious and sincere. Of course, we don't want to create a havoc, but by dropping, you will get certain realization. So drop, and last breath you will have to drop anyway. I am at that point. I'm going to be dropping pretty soon everything. So be it. So be it. Any other question?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, you mentioned listening during work hours for 8 hours, and also there is an offense of inattentive hearing. So, I mean, while working, when we are listening, that would be, it would happen like, inattentive listening. So, is it still an offense, or we can continue to hear?
There the question is, you said to your wife.
Not no, you speak.
You said that we should listen Harikatha during driving, cooking, everything. But wouldn't that be inattentive listening? Wouldn't that be an offense?
Does it mean what?
Inattentive. Inattentive hearing. Inattentive.
Well, better hearing than, better hear inattentively than not hear. But we don't want to do it. We just want to have false argument or false what you call, just avoid it. Just do it. It will do good to you. Whatever way you're hearing, because whatever you're hearing is pure. You may not be hearing pure, or you may not be pure, but whatever you are hearing is pure, whether it is imitative or attentive, or any way you hear. Just hear. Any other question? Yes, Maya. Suppose you have
We have a big child at home and
child at school,
home.
big child at home.
And if we leave a child with the mobile, and can we go to a spiritual class?
Yes. Prabhupada says anything can be doubted in Krishna consciousness. Let them research and we use that in Krishna consciousness to advance in Krishna consciousness. So that phone is helping us to become Krishna conscious. By all means, we should use it. So Prabhupada says that this is a jagar vritti, that mouse is digging house under the ground, and big snake Ajgar comes in, eats the mouse, and takes over the house. So let them research all these things and we'll use nicely in Krishna consciousness. So this is intelligence, Asgar Vritti. So we should do that. I use my phone. It helps me to communicate. So no problem, as long as you use everything in Krishna's service.
If we are leaving a child with a mobile at home, then what about the child's future?
So then don't live.
But the child is not ready to come for the spiritual class with us now.
So take his phone with you.
That also she don't wanna give.
That also.
She don't wanna give the mobile.
So then spank her. Give her a blow. How would it say?
Spank.
Spank. Yes.
Can we hit our children?
Yes.
No, we are not supposed to.
Chanakya Pandit says, Prabhupada quotes it quite a bit, that up to 5 years age, you pamper the child. And 5 to 15, you train the child by spanking. By all means, you train the child. And after 15, child becomes your friend. That's it. You can't do anything anymore. So you have to train your child, otherwise you should not become mother or father. Jananina sasyat, pitana sasyat, guruna sasyat, tadapi na muchyate. Dependence, you have to deliver them. So you should not become mother or father, just like cats and dogs. Of course, we should train them. 10 years is yours, and rest of the life is her or his child's. 10 years is for training. You can spank whatever you like to do. A tender plant can be molded the way you like it.
After 10, we cannot hit, no?
After 15, you cannot hit.
Okay.
5 to 15, you can hit. Let police come to your door. And you hit police also. I'm training my child.
One more question. Without realization, can we teach? Without the realization of the jnana, can we teach?
Without what? Realization.
Without the realization of the jnana, can we teach the jnana to the people?
without realization of jnana, can we teach vijnana to others? No, but even if you do preaching without realization, the preaching is pure. The words spoken is pure. Name Krishna is pure. Without realization also, it will act. It will act. So you can preach. Anybody can preach. A little Saraswati, daughter of Malti Mataji, she was young and she would go to big when she take her for shopping, big malls. She used to say, you know, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. They said no. Then Prabhupada says yes, she is a best preacher. She is a best preacher. You know, Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. So she is the best preacher. She doesn't know what is Krishna and what is not Krishna. But you have to speak about Krishna. Krishna is pure, so our preaching will become pure. And another question? Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji, Pranam, and thank you so much for the lecture and your presence here. Maharaj Ji, actually, I want to know that it is said that one should not pay obeisance to anyone except God in the temple. So, should we pay obeisance to Vaishnava or not? Actually, I get confused when someone greets me in the middle of Aarti and I don't know whether to greet her or to do Aarti. I don't know what I'm doing, actually, Vaishnava Aprad or Aprad.
Here, the question arises about our consciousness. So, let me understand her question. In the temple, you offer obeisances to devotee or Lord or what? Something like that, you said, no? So, it's depend upon your consciousness. Actually, offering obeisances, devotees are greater than Krishna in one sense. And Krishna is greater than devotee in another sense. So with which consciousness you are offering obeisances? If you offering obeisances to devotee as good as Krishna or above Krishna, there is no good. But a devotee is devoted, pure devotee of Krishna, and I would like to honor him first. That is all right. Then he can offer obeisances to deity. Or some time people offer obeisances to Lord, deity, then Prabhupada. So both is okay. It depends upon our consciousness. Aradhana namapi sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tvadiyanam samacharam. Better worship than Krishna is a worship of his devotees. So you can worship. Just like Vittal. Vittal means a brick. Vittal who stand on a brick. So Vittal, I don't know whole story, but he tried to respect the devotee first. Then he did his puja to Vittal. So there is a story in South India. I forget the name of the place, Ramanujacharya, not Sri Rangam. What is Puram? Kanchipuram? Yes. Yes, Kanchipuram. Varadaraj. So then tell that story. Varadaraj had a very nice devotee, Pujari. So Pujari used to fan Varadaraj and anybody would like to ask anything to Varadaraj, they would ask through this Pujari, and that will come true. It is true. So Varadaraj Pujari said that I'm asking for everyone, why don't I ask for myself? That when will I go to Vaikuntha and serve you there? Then Varadaraj said that it will take millions and millions of years. Well, I'm serving you nicely, and still why? He said, Lord said that you haven't served my devotees yet. You haven't served my devotees yet. So Pujari gave that fan to Varadaraj's hand. Here is your fan. I'm gone to serve your devotees. So Tandera Charana Sevi, Bhakta Sanevad, Janama Janama Hoy, Eya Vilas. Tvadiya Nam Samacharam. Where to serve? Tvadiya. Tvadiya means Tulsi, Ganga, Jamuna, pure devotees, Bhagavatam. Where to serve them? So you serve Bhagavatam in front of Krishna, same thing. You serve pure devotee of obeisance first. Krishna will not take that offense. Any other question?
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, two distractions, what you have told, women and wealth. Is this addressed only to the men?
Two distraction, women and wealth. It's only for men? No, it's for women also. Man for woman, woman for man. That is Maya, Moha. So, but Krishna had created this facility for those who want to be in Maya. So we all want to be in Maya. What can be done? Give a microphone to him, be in the back.
Yeah. Yes.
So yes, for women also.
Yeah, Maharaj, I have a question.
Yes, you say it.
Maharaj, one question and then I'll hand over the mic.
Okay.
Maharaj, thank you so much for a wonderful class. Maharaj, I wanted to ask you, sometimes we all devotees, we are practicing for several years. And you were talking about offenses against Vaishnavas. To how to increase our limit of tolerance when we are interacting with devotees? What can we practically do? Because every
maximum. Haridas Thakur just took a whip on 27 marketplaces from Karmis and chanted holy name. Just to save them, he pretended. So Trunadapi Sunichena Taruryam. So how much taller a tree is, if you cut the trunk of a mango tree, it will still give you mango from the other branch. So that much tolerant we should be. Can you be?
No, so I'm asking you that because it becomes a psychological barrier. I'm telling you out of my own experience.
Yes.
Sometimes it's individual psychological barrier that you are serving, you know the other devotee is also serving. Since you brought these wonderful points in class, so I am referring to those.
Sure.
So when we are serving, we have so many years, as you made one more point that there are devotees coming new and new, population is increasing, Indian population, world famous now. We are the highest population. So of course the devotees in ISKCON also increasing. But we have spent several years, decades, 2 decades. Still, I mean, I know when I've spoken this to many devotees, they say Krishna is arranging for us to be humble. But it brings a psychological barrier that you're not able to tolerate beyond that. That enough. I mean, I know I'm asking you this question. How do I mean, I have literally seen this personally in my life, within this environment. I'm
How do I? How
to
do
the
I?
last point. How do I develop that? You are about to say, no, it's enough. I can't tolerate more than this. How to develop the starting tolerance from that end level?
Just slaughter your false ego, ahankar, मैं बड़ा साहब, मैं बड़ा this, बड़ा that. I am the handsome, beautiful body, and I am this and I am that, and false ego, big fat false ego. So settle that, just cut it. The more lower than a straw in a street you become, the more bliss comes, spiritual bliss will come. So we have to curb down our false ego, curb it to max. Of course, easy to say, hard to perform, but we have to perform. We have to. I mean, I can take a so much proud myself. But what proud? What is a what is to? Is to becoming humble and act whatever way Krishna is pulling your string. Just be puppet in Prabhupada's hand. So humility means taking way less than what you deserve. You may be king, but you become a poor pauper. Act like him. That's humility. Humility means taking way less than what you deserve. So we have to shatter our false ego, make it zero. Then that's our teaching. That's our teaching. Connect everything to Krishna. Body, mind, intelligence, everything. Manas deha geho yogi chumure arpilu tuyapade nanda kishora maravira kavi yo ichatuar. Nityadas. Who hears these songs every day? One. Everybody have a problem. These songs are Upanishads themselves, in themselves. These songs are Upanishads. Each song, Vaishnavacharya song. Radha Krishna Pranamura Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Aro Nahimo Radha Krishna. This is Upanishad. How will I serve you in pleasure groves of Vrindavan? Lalita, Vishakayadi, Yataja Sakhi, Vrinda, Agyaya Karibo Seva, Charanar Vrinda. This is top height of the philosophy. This is top philosophy. Any song you take. So everybody must hear these songs every day and memorize if you can. But at least hear. Very important. Any song you take. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I have two questions. You mentioned that among ourselves there may be so many pure devotees. So how to identify the pure devotees among ourselves?
A pure devotee identification is one who performs pure devotional service. Pure devotional service means avoiding four offenses to four things. One is Nama Aparad, Sadhu Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad. Two, Nama Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad, Dham Aparad, or DT, Seva Aparad. Avoiding this aparad, one who does avoid this is a pure devotee. Because when you avoid these aparads, then you are able to perform pure devotion. And one who performs pure devotion is a pure devotee.
And second question is like,
So, sorry. So, first of all, you must try to avoid sadhu aparad, Vaishnava aparad. Because Vaishnava aparad, you will find holy name aparad. What is the first one? To blaspheme the devotee of the Lord who has given up his life for propagating holy name. So it will come there. Dhamma aparad also. Vaishnava aparad will come. In DT worship, DT aparad, Vaishnava aparad will come. So first of all, you have to learn the science of interacting and associating with devotees. Very important. You should have a good cohesion, good ekata at different level. We should be Prabhupada's peons. Everybody should be. And then
when we try to develop relationships with many devotees, with some of the devotees, the reciprocation may not come to us in the
may
way.
not
Come back to us, reciprocation.
Yes.
So we try to approach them and become closer to them, but the same reciprocation may not come from their side.
So put it in neutral. Put it in neutral.
Neutral means?
Huh?
Neutral means
Neutral means if you say Hare Krishna, fine. If you don't say Hare Krishna, but I say Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So in your mind, just put it in neutral gear. So it will not go further. So we should associate with so many other thousands of devotees. They are available, but not to offend. You can put it in neutral is not an offense. Any other question?
Thank you, Kumar.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhuji. Anybody has to go for making a roti, please. Of course, it is provided here, but anybody has to go, you can go. Looks like it's a class.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful insights. My question was in connection to the statement, hello, sir, what you told about respecting Vaishnavas. Now in this era, everybody is very busy in their own life. What if Vaishnava calls on us unexpectedly, might be in person or on call, on a mobile? So what should be the etiquette one should follow?
Here, Maharaj is asking some Buddhists can call us unexpectedly.
Call?
Buddhists can call us unexpectedly for service, but we are all busy. So, what is the etiquette?
No, sorry. Maharaj, I'll make it simple. Suppose as Vaishnava tells that we are coming to your home immediately, or we are doing something and we get a call from a Vaishnava. So what should
Call
be the
for what?
on the mobile from any devotee?
Okay. Call for
Yeah.
they call you.
Some devotee calls on us.
Yes.
Might be they come over to our place.
Come
or
over to
our place, house,
house.
unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly.
So what is the etiquette one should tell? Should one tell a Vaishnava that we are not available now?
It depends upon what is the occasion and why he is calling and reasoning and everything. It depends. It depends upon that. And it is up to you. Most likely, if that devotee wants your desperate help, called desperate help, then we should extend that, definitely. But if it for some different reason than devotion, then we may say, "Thank you, Prabhu, I'm busy." We may say that. Depends upon the occasion. I cannot answer specifically this question. Any other question anybody has? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for your valuable time and association. Maharaj, Mahakumbh is coming
Yes.
in 2025.
Yes.
Is it recommended that we go for Ganga Snan during Mahakumbh?
You can take snan if you like, but there is a easy process when you come to Vrindavan anytime. Then take a dip in Radhakund, and it is more auspicious than taking dip on a Swati Nakshatra, whether it is falling on me or not. And Chatak Pakshi ban ke khade raho wahan. And 100%, 99%, it will not fall on you anyway. And so much. I was in charge of Kumbh Mela from ISKCON side, and so much happening, and dirty water and everything. So I got up jaundice, and still suffering from that. So I was in charge from ISKCON side, big tents, big area. So I had to be there, but I would avoid. I would take a dip in holy places, Ganga, Jamuna, or nice Radhakund, Shyamakund. There are so many nice places. Swati Nakshatra is in everything, more than Swati Nakshatra's water. Any other question? Yes. उनको तो
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Most of us here have not seen Prabhupada, but definitely we see Prabhupada through you.
I try to avoid this because I have very little sound and very little energy. You can see that. So it's like a big emotional happening. So some other time, if I get my energy together, I'll speak. Yes.
Can you take bath?
Yes, if your guru allows, you can take bath in Radhakund, Shyamakund. Rupa Goswami allows. That's why he wrote a book called Nectar of Instruction. He said, take bath. Who is that person in whole universe who is unfortunate will not take bath in Radhakund? He says like that. So Prabhupada said sometimes no, because the white devotees, they were having sporting harifai, swimming and diving. So that's not for Radhakund. Radhakund is for taking dip, taking bathing. So we should not do sportings in Radhakund. Radha Krishna can sport. It's reserved for them. Any other question? Anybody can? Okay, he heard. Yeah, parents shouldn't behave like this. Like they should not be the children. Well, then you should not become parent. You should become a parent. You have to train your child. You are responsible. 5 to 10, 5 to 15, you have to train your child. 5 to 15 is not much, 10 years. My mother trained me to be a devotee. She read me Mahabharat, Gita, took to temple, give early days a spiritual guru and stuff like that. So, Jata Karma. We have to train our children. 10 years. What is 10 years? And 10 years, tender age, they will be innocent. They can be molded the way you want to. But if you are crooked yourself, your child will be crooked anyway. You have to train your child. You cannot give up your responsibility. It's a big responsibility to reprocreate child to become Krishna conscious. Is a responsibility. Parents' responsibility. Any other question? Yes, Maya.
You're not in a position to beat the child. Like question. You can also pray for the child, right? If you're not in a position to.
No, you can beat up child also. Who says I was beat up?
If you're not of that personality to beat a child,
Well, then your child must be trained to hear your beating through your mouth. He should be trained.
But prayers also help.
Prayers helps, but not immediately. Long term. And we want to quick result. We want quick result.
Why do we pray that?
We pray to become pure devotee of Krishna, to pure servant of Krishna. You can pray for anybody else. It does work, but it takes time. It takes time. You can immediately result. Your child is growing up every day. So we have to train him every day. We don't want our child to be not beating up means it is pampering, useless pampering. You don't know. There is one story Prabhupada says that there was one mother and cousin son. So the mother pampered this son, and son became a thief. So son got caught up into jail, and then he was to be hanged. So they asked, your last desire? He said, I want to talk to my mother. So when mother came and put her ear to son's mouth, the son bite up whole ear, bite up. He said, you didn't train me, that's how I'm on this study. I'm being hanged because you didn't train me. So he child bite her mother off. So we have to, it's a responsibility. You're coping up. You're coping up. I'll pray. I'll pamper. I'll make him explain this, that. Doesn't work. 5 to 10, spank. Just take a stick and become strict. Any other question? Thank you very much. Sorry for a long time. Prasadam must be waiting for you. Srila Prabhupada ki, आप सब वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की, गुरु गौरांग की, गौर प्रेमानंदी.
Hare Krishna. A few announcements, Maharaj. Just close it. So let us all thank Maharaj and express our deep gratitude from the bottom of our hearts by loudly chanting once Hare Krishna mantra in such a way that we'll have Maharaj's association very frequently. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have few sponsors today for the Sunday feast. We have Sujata P. Gudi Mataji. They are celebrating her daughter's Manushri Gudi's birthday today. Do we have Sujata Mataji here? We also have it is Prince Chatterjee's uncle Shubhra Mukherjee's death anniversary. They have also sponsored Prasadam and seeking prayers from this August assembly year. We also have a sponsor, Mahesh, Deepali and family. They have also sponsored Prasadam. They're all seeking prayers. So let us also once chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for the spiritual benefit. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama